today I was thinking about it.
What?
I was like, is this really episode 100?
If you think about 100 episodes, for some reason it actually doesn't feel like that much.
It doesn't feel like that many.
But when I think about the amount of work we've put into just 100 episodes, I feel like it should be 300.
No, exactly. Yeah. And I remember the very first episode that we recorded was social anxiety.
Yep.
And I remember how when I listen back to it, which I don't do that often, but if I do, which I did not too long ago, just to see like what I sounded like back then. Well, back then.
Yeah, it was like almost like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And I feel like I was so nervous. Like while recording, I was trying to like tell myself, Yoni, be confident and like just talk. Because that was my first time putting myself out there.
Yeah, I know. I was already at least used to just being on YouTube and talking.
Yeah, you've been talking.
Yeah, I've been talking on the internet.
And for me, it was just such a like vulnerable space to get into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, we're here. We've been here 100 episodes. It's actually kind of crazy to comprehend because we really put in so much work, just Yoni and I, like no outside support whatsoever.
Yeah, zero.
And I just want to say, because we don't say this often, I just want to say that I'm really proud of us.
Oh yeah,
I'm really proud of us, especially for season 2, because we took it to, in my opinion, we really took it to the next level from, when it was Pillow Talk. If you didn't know, if you're a listener, that only it's known our podcast as What's the Juice. It used to be called Pillow Talk when we first started. And I don't know, I'm like really proud of us. And we don't often say that because I think we get so caught up in the day-to-day grind of like, we got to record, we got to edit, we got to make the reels, we got to post them, we
just think about the next thing.
Yeah, you never really have the time to sit down and analyze and reflect on what you've been doing and how it's been going.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you
and
too.
I'm very excited for season 3. So we have a really fun episode for you guys
today. Is going to be very loose, okay? I'm not going to talk about anything serious. I just want to have fun. And this might be a long episode.
I mean, people love the long episodes.
I know. Yo, remember on season 1, we used to do 2-hour episodes.
It was even season 2 though, like not last year, this past year when we went to San Francisco, that was our longest episode.
Oh yeah, that was
it was like over 2 hours long, which honestly, looking back to it, like we've learned lessons, we've learned things through this process.
It's fun. There's podcasts that I listen to that are 3 hours long, and it's just about a conversation. It's not so much about like, was I like fully engaged the whole time? You kind of just hear two people talk about things. And
I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? So it is a lot of work.
I just like when I see a podcast, I like that when I see an episode, it's like 45 minutes.
But
that's like sweet spot.
But I think podcasts, they're meant to do different things at different moments for different moods. Sometimes when you want to like for a quick drive, a 2-hour episode is not going to be good enough because you go 15 minutes alone might be just a random like rambling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I don't know.
Anyways, guys, welcome back to the What's the Juice podcast. I am one of your hosts, Alia Zaitza.
And my name is Yoni Kodo. Why are you smiling? You know what I'm about to say?
No, I do.
Your favorite host in the world.
And welcome to our 100th episode of WTJ.
Yeah.
And we decided that we were going to just have a Q&A. Honestly, it's so weird. I was thinking about this episode and just how it's like obviously a celebration for us, and it's really exciting milestone to reach.
Should have champagne.
Well, exactly. Like I was thinking how, I don't know why, I feel like we should be having a party right now. Like we should have like everyone that listens to the podcast. Like that's the type of feeling I have because we've built such a strong community and I have so much fun and truly feel connected with so many people. And ever since we got to New York, we are literally meeting people on the street every day that listen to the podcast, and it's so fun. And I feel like sometimes it's hard to comprehend how many people listen to it every month, and we are so appreciative. And I don't know, it just feels like we should be having a party with like everybody that listens.
Yeah,
it's like everyone's our friend.
If you're listening right now and you have wine, champagne, anything
That'd be so random.
that you can just like pop open and just sip on it while you listen to this episode, because well, I wish I had.
Yeah, I got some water right here. Cheers to everyone.
Oh, it would have been so nice if we had champagne.
Yeah,
though.
that would have been really cute.
Damn, we should have thought about that.
Well, we're gonna have champagne tomorrow because tomorrow we're recording this. Tomorrow is the last day of the year.
Wait, so we made our goal actually too, because we wanted to get to 50 episodes each season to like.
Oh yeah. Is it 50 or 52?
No, it's
52 weeks.
Yeah, but we're doing 50 episodes. So because sometimes we miss a week or so.
Oh, okay,
so
to give us some leeway. Okay.
And it actually worked out perfectly, like to the day.
Yeah, it's like 100 episodes at the end of the
We
year.
did not want to drop this in January. Like imagine how awkward would that be to drop the last episode on like the first week of January.
So that's why we had to drop like 3 episodes in 1 week, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We put in that work.
We had to squeeze that shit in.
We're going to get right into it. We have a bunch of questions from you guys. I always say we're going to try to do rapid fire because I like to get through questions
and
quickly.
Honestly, let's do that.
Let's try our best to just like get through it.
Yeah.
We have questions that I asked you guys on my personal Instagram, Alia Zaitsa. People asked you on Yoni Koto, and then we also had people ask questions on What's the Juice, because we wanted to get a well-rounded kind of, summary of questions from all of our people.
And some people were smart. They wanted to increase their chances for their question to be asked on the episode. So they surprisingly submitted the same question to all the accounts.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
because that's funny.
I've seen a few on What's the Juice and like my account.
Damn.
I mean, I would do the same.
Whole operation.
Yeah, I would do the same, honestly.
Right.
Shout out to everyone who sent us questions today. We really, really appreciate that. It's going to be a fun episode. I'm excited.
So,
should I read your questions, or do you want to read the ones that I...
Oh, yeah, maybe. Like you read, because I technically already saw these because I selected them.
Or you know what? You ask me, like, so the questions that I have, I'll ask you, and then we can.
Okay, I mean, there's some questions that are for both of us, so.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Hold on a second. I got to make sure we're recording.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Here we go. Someone commented, they're like, I love how Yoni is so paranoid every episode that he thinks he did not press record.
Because imagine how terrifying that would be. Like, we'll have a whole episode and then it's not recorded. Like,
that is literally one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, like you would kill me.
It's like top 10 for sure.
Top 3.
Nah.
Doing a whole good.
There's other things that are more important than
you
this.
can't recreate this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying there's more life or death situations.
Oh, in life top 10?
Well, yeah, in life.
Course.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant like podcast top 10.
So, okay, we'll start with one that I feel like it needs to be the first one.
Okay, let's
and
go.
then we can build on top of it because everybody was asking.
Okay.
And a lot of people are confused.
And also, by the way, sorry, I don't know what she's going to ask. I don't know any of the questions that she has. She has no idea what I have.
Yes. So. The question is, are we married? A lot of people were asking us, wait, they got married? Like, I didn't know. Or are you guys married? Some people are like, are you thinking about getting married?
I see those questions every once in a while too.
Who knows when you started like listening to the podcast, or maybe you like missed the episode, but
we are
married.
We've been married for 2 years.
We had our 2-year, I mean, that's crazy. We had our 2-year anniversary, or no. Oh no, never mind. We had our 5-year anniversary of being together. And then we just also a month later had our 2-year marriage anniversary. So yes, we've been married.
November 18th is the specific day. So every November 18th,
just know we're somewhere eating some good food.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, if you want to like really hear a lot that our whole like perspective on marriage and how we feel about it and what we did and why we decided to do what we did, you can listen to an older episode called Are We Married? ? And it's a pretty long episode. It was our most popular episode last year in our like Spotify Wrapped. That was like the number 1 listened. Oh yeah, sorry, this year. I'm already in 2024.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are married.
We are married. I think that episode when we dropped it, I think the title kind of confused people a little bit because
we wanted to make people like want to click on it, you know.
Yeah, it was like, are we married? That is our most viewed episode, I think. No?
Yeah, most listened to.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So should we like go back and forth between like questions?
Good idea.
Come on, man. You got to be prepared over here.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so
I just want to say that before we started recording this, Yoni and I ate a whole baguette, like a full straight on, not even the traditional size. It's like a double normal size. We didn't eat all of it. Maybe like 3/4.
In Belgium, it is actually that size.
Oh, okay. I think in Paris is not, like in France, it's not that big.
In France, they're a little bit skinnier.
Skinnier, but I think also shorter.
It depends. It depends which bakery you go to.
Gulf that shit down.
Okay. So, one of my first questions is, what's the last date you and Elliot went on and how did it go?
What was the last date?
The last date. Okay, so when we go out to eat, like when we do takeout, not takeout, when we just go out to eat, right?
Right.
Is that a date every time?
You know, here's the thing. Like, we don't really consciously say, let's go on a date.
I feel like it would be nice if we did.
It would be kind of nice to be intentional about it. And maybe that's something that we have to be more specific with in the next year.
Do you wear something specific when we go out to eat? Like, do you dress up?
I mean, I just dress up all the time wherever we go.
Oh my God. Okay.
It depends on the restaurant, you know?
Okay.
For our anniversary, obviously, we both like dressed up a little bit more because we also went to a fancier, more like expensive restaurant. The last date that we had, like, to really think about it.
I mean,
yesterday we went and we had food. I feel like is a date every time you go and spend time together doing something.
Because that means we'll have a date every day.
Low-key.
Date every day.
I mean, no, like today we were both working all day.
Yeah.
So I would probably say the last date we had was yesterday when I went to like a coffee shop by myself, just wanted to grab a matcha, grabbed my book, just wanted to have some downtime because I really hadn't had any in a long time. It's just been kind of a lot of work lately. And so I did that and I was there by myself, and then Yoni was like doing something else, and then he surprised me and he joined me at the coffee shop, and then he kind of hung out there. He was like on his phone.
I just showed up to where she was at because I have her location turned on.
Yeah, I mean, I also sent you my location, like the coffee shop I was at.
Yeah.
So and then after that we were both kind of hungry, so then we ended up walking to the East Village and we got some udon from Raku.
Raku,
that's what the restaurant is called. It's like the best udon.
I did not know that.
Raku?
Yeah,
like Raku.
You know, it was good, but
nah,
I don't know.
It was good.
It was good, but I don't like watery sauces.
It's soup. What you mean you don't like watery sauces when it's supposed to be soup?
No, like when I eat udon.
Yeah, but that's actually how it's cooked.
And it's actually a new thing for me. Like, I didn't know what udon was.
Yeah, but it's like saying I don't like rice when it's...
But can't you have it with like thicker sauce a little bit? Like
no,
thicker, just something a little
I mean,
thicker.
you can, but the traditional way to serve udon noodles, from what I know, maybe, you know, I'm obviously not Japanese, but from my knowledge is that that's like the traditional way. Like, obviously, there's like ramen noodles that you eat in a traditional ramen soup, right? But then you can obviously take ramen noodles by themselves and put a thick sauce on it and eat it. So there's different ways that you can like serve something. But yeah, that's where we had our most recent date, and it was very cute and sweet. Okay, my turn. What do you think about the girl being older in the relationship?
There's nothing to think about. This is the problem with this society, okay? No, I'm just kidding. There's no problem. But the age thing, people overthink it.
But I would say
the girl being older,
girl is older,
like, what does it mean?
Well, I think it depends like what the ages of each person are. Because if the girl is 25 and the guy is 18,
oh no,
that's not the vibe.
Yeah, guys mature way slower than
So that's
women.
what I'm saying. If the guy is 30 and the girl is 35 or 40, then it's kind of the same thing.
Nah, because a 40-year-old and a 30-year-old guy there's still, especially if it's like a, I don't know.
I think that
you make a good point with it.
Where the age of both people are, like, where is it in the is it in the 20s, is it in the 30s? Also, what age difference are we talking about? Is she older by 2 years? I don't know how much of a difference that's going to be. If she's older by 10 or 8 years, like, that is significant enough to be a difference. And actually, just to like bump off of this, a lot of people were asking us like what our age difference is. We are 8.5 years apart. Yoni is
I just turned 33.
And then I am 24 and a half.
And people, you're almost 25.
24 and a half. Yeah. Yo, I'm so excited to be 25. 25. Oh, sorry. 25 is like, it's like you're old.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. This question is, let's see. Okay. What's the hardest lesson you've learned this year so far?
Ooh.
The hardest lesson to me. Actually, no, you answer.
I have to really think about this.
Hardest lesson you learned.
Well, I mean, it's not something that I necessarily will apply that many times in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the hardest lesson I learned is like us moving to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just know how to not move to a new place. Like when you have to, I'm not talking about moving into a new apartment in the same city. I'm talking about if you're moving across like to a different country, a different side of the country, where it's like a far away move, different cities. Like you're not bringing your furniture with you, that type of move. So I think the biggest lesson and hardest lesson I learned, because I don't remember the question exactly, is just how to plan to move better.
Yeah.
Like be prepared.
Yeah.
Like move in all the ways possible before you actually move physically. Like move with your find an apartment as much as you can, get in the process of that, figure out what you need for it. I mean, moving to New York is probably the hardest places to move out of everywhere because it's so complicated here for some reason. But
just do your research, do your homework, and just really be prepared and try to envision yourself there every day, because a place can be fascinating to move to, but then when you're actually here, it may seem a little different than what you actually expected. Yeah. In our case, I would say it's been exactly how we wanted it to be.
Yeah, but
actually for me, even more. Like I'm finding, actually, there's a question about that, so we'll get to that later.
Okay, yeah. But I would say that's like my biggest thing. If I think like the next time, whenever the next time is going to be, and if there will be a time where we're going to move drastically to a different place that requires like a lot of preparation and stuff.
We'll never move from New York.
Okay. Well, I will. I feel like I've learned a lot through this move.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine is the same.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely learned this year to do a lot of homework about anything that's because it's such a big move, especially when you're moving from like coast to coast, you know? It's not like you're moving down the street.
Yeah. Oh, totally different.
Yeah.
Like it's not even, if you say you're moving to a different apartment, it's just about moving your shit around.
Yeah.
But when you're moving your entire
state,
life to a different place, it's a whole different, you should call it something else.
Yeah, it's not even
relocation.
Moving. Yeah.
Okay, someone asked, how do you feel about your careers right now?
How I feel about our careers, so there's several careers in this family. The podcast career is, I don't think I've ever been this excited about podcasts, because 2024, I feel like, is gonna be not the year that we've been like waiting for, because everything that's been happening with the podcast was super grateful for, you know what I mean? But I feel like season 3, which each season we try to level up a little bit.
Yeah.
So season 1 was just audio, was fun. It was perfect for me. I didn't have to be on camera.
And we didn't really do we weren't consistently
exactly.
posting.
But it was a nice warm up for me personally, because I got to just if I made a mistake, we can just edit it out.
Yeah.
There's no video, and it was nice. Season 2, we introduced the the video aspect, and then we had merch. And then season 3,
actually not many people asked us what's coming for season 3, so we're just gonna let you guys be surprised, because if you guys didn't ask, we won't tell.
yeah exactly.
What about your other careers?
So and then photography, moving to New York, I'll be honest, I think with freelancing and starting all over, it definitely feels like I started all over again.
In what sense?
Not in the sense of because when I say starting all over, I don't mean skill wise or vision wise.
Right.
I mean just connections. Because as a freelancer, connections is literally the number one thing.
Right.
You don't have no connections,
Like
you don't have a job.
Like clientele, people that you just know, people to just be like, hey, I got this thing or whatever.
Exactly. Just like the weekly things or monthly things that you know that, okay, I'm going to have a check coming from this person or this amount coming from here. You know what I mean? So I think the first couple months has been like a little bit, challenging, trying to figure that out. But things are definitely gonna, I met a lot of people. So, you know what I mean? So I feel like just because you meet people, you have to, this the important thing. The relationships have to be genuine. You can't just connect with someone just because you think they might help you in some way.
It can't be with like an attached agenda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and I definitely learned to just, anytime I meet people,
Yoni be always networking. I swear to God, guys. Every day he like comes home from wherever he was, and he's like, "Oh, so I met this person, and they do this thing, and we exchange information, blah blah blah."
I do this every single day.
Like, there's no one day where Yoni doesn't meet someone that does something.
But it's also because of what New York is bringing out of me.
Yeah,
like
and
I'm
that's
just
great
here
that you're that way.
And I feel the energy, and I just want to meet as many, also just to be friends, just to be cool with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm glad that it's really like second nature for me, Yeah. So yeah, with photography, I did a couple jobs here. Actually the biggest one that I did was with PacSun. Remember that? Yeah. That was low key like the biggest one that I've done so far, other than Fashion Week.
Right. And you do that here too.
Yeah. If you don't know, I shot the first week when we got to New York. We didn't even have a couch yet.
Nope.
And I got the opportunity to do New York Fashion Week, shoot behind the scenes. And that was like an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I talked about that before, but if you go on my Instagram, you can see all the photos that I made.
Yeah.
So that was like a good welcome. But then so I started on like a super high, and then it kind of just like slowed down. Like, okay, this is reality. Yeah. But it was good. It was good.
Yeah. So what do you think about now I'm just gonna randomly ask you a question.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about what are your kind of what's your intention for the next year in terms of your photography and stuff?
Printmaking is high on the list. Okay. I have a website and I'm opening up a shop there. I'll have all my favorite photos and new photos available for print. So if you're listening, that is coming soon. No, honestly, that's something.
Also, I wasn't even asking that for you to like promote yourself at all.
You know how
I don't want people to think that I was like.
No, it wasn't on purpose. But then again, too, like I don't have a problem doing that. Like self-promoting. I feel like,
yeah. I mean, it's just our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's funny. Before we had the podcast, I used to want like someone to promote my work or someone to give me a shout out or
shout outs are big then,
or someone to like repost my photo. But then what I quickly realized was that when someone, let's say someone that has 1 million followers gives you a shout out, right? Or like they post your photo or repost your photo, it doesn't really do anything. Nobody, hold on a second.
It's not enough for people to just follow you. For people to just, yeah.
So I want to give you an example. Nate Robinson. If you guys know who Nate Robinson is, in Seattle, I did a shoot with him. He was working out, and then he's
a basketball player.
Yeah, he's a basketball player, Nate Robinson, and he one of the greats from Seattle, right? So everybody knows him. So I got the opportunity to meet him and do a photo shoot with him while he was working out. So, and I'm taking these photos, and I'm so excited. I'm like, this is like the biggest. I've never shot with anyone bigger than him ever. So that was like my first time. And when I'm gonna fast forward a little bit through the story, he posts the photos, really likes them,
tags
me, like on the caption. There was nothing else, just like at Yoni Koto, And I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like my Instagram is about to go crazy. That's what I thought.
Okay, to be fair, this was also 2018?
That was 2018. It was actually right on my birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And
that was like 5 years ago.
Okay, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
It was still very important. And he has like, I don't know, 2 million, millions of people follow him.
Yeah.
And I was like, the moment he tagged me, I got the notifications on my phone and I was just like, oh my God, that's it. I'm about to just shoot for everybody now. And guess what? Nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think
nothing
it
happened.
Also just depends who it is. Just because someone has a lot of followers, like sometimes they don't have like that much of influence.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Let me tell you something. Just because people follow Nate Robinson, he's a basketball player. People follow him for him.
True.
So whoever he tags, yes, they might look at your page. That doesn't mean that they're gonna follow because they're fans of him, of his work or whatever he's posting.
Yeah.
Not of my photos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just because of that, I don't think I used to think when someone tags you,
you're about to blow up.
Yeah, but it's not always the case.
Yeah, that's true.
So
okay, to answer the side of that question myself, I forget what was the question.
Well,
how are you feeling about your career right now?
Yeah, and other than printmaking, there's just I want to do a lot more work. There's so many projects I want to shoot.
I mean, yeah, you're in New York City now.
Yeah, exactly. So the sky's the limit, and I really feel like the motivation.
Yeah, and exactly what I was gonna say too. That I feel like in my personal side of things, obviously the podcast, as Yoni said, like I'm so excited for what's to come, and I said before, I'm so proud of us being able to stay consistent through everything because the podcast is not like, we're not just podcasters. It's kind of like the last thing before, me making YouTube videos and posting on Instagram, and then Yoni's shoots and so I'm really proud of us, and I really feel like the next year is going to be very exciting, very fun, and it's going to be a lot of work. But I'm I'm just a little scared, because we'd love to just add stuff to our plate.
We do only add. We don't subtract.
And I think this is going to be the year when we have to just be the most efficient we possibly can with any work that we do.
Yeah,
but
efficient.
Aside from that, my personal stuff with like YouTube and just creating content in general online, I can honestly say that I feel like I'm in such a good place right now. And I'm really, really happy that I get to say that, because when we were in Seattle, before we moved to New York, I really was going through this kind of slump and plateau in my career and in terms of like being creative and feeling like the creative juices were just not flowing. And I was feeling stuck and doubtful, and it's just such a like annoying and frustrating place to be in, especially because this is your full-time job, so what it is what it is. So ever since we've got to New York, it's been a game changer, like totally black and white, the difference.
So happy for you.
I know, me too.
I'm so excited for you.
I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that changed. Like, just being here obviously is not the only it's the biggest difference, and I don't know why New York just had this effect that I knew it would have. And I'm really glad that it wasn't just in my head, and it actually made me feel different. And you can see it through just how I feel, and people are telling me all the time how they can sense just through the screen how this is the place for me. And that means so much, because it truly feels like the fact that they feel that makes it that much more like validated.
Yeah. And it's always scary because you think, okay, I'm moving to New York and I think this is what's going to happen to me. And I feel like, because you have this feeling, this positive feeling, but then, you don't really know.
No, you
might get there and then it's not like that.
Yeah, because just visiting a place is not the same as living in it.
All right. Someone said, how do you think moving to New York? No, sorry. I messed that up. How do you think moving to New York will impact your dreams?
I think we literally just covered that. But I would say, because I want to just like keep it short, because I don't want to make this whole shit about New York.
About New York,
okay?
yeah. We talked about
I love talking about it. Yeah. But I would say that for us personally, like the fields that we're in, but also the type of people that we are, our personalities, detached from our careers, I would say New York truly is the city. It really is the city of dreams, and it's so inspiring, and it's so compatible to who we are and how we are and what we value and what we enjoy. That
it's so perfect. We should have been here.
But at the same time, I think we moved here at the perfect time.
At the perfect time, yes. Yeah. When I walk around the streets, and this is what I do every day, and I love doing it.
We're so annoying.
Alia, okay, this is the difference, right? I don't need a destination to go anywhere because I don't walk for a destination when I'm in New York. I walk
Just to walk to
for
see
inspiration.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay. No, honestly. And just being a photographer, I just see so many, like, for lack of a better term, like frames.
Right.
Like I would see someone holding like their kid's hand, or like someone just through a window working in the kitchen. I'm just like, this is an amazing photo that I can take right now, like of a moment that's happening right in front of me. There's so much happening here.
Right. All the time.
Every single day. That's why there's so many street photographers here.
Yeah.
You go outside, someone, if you have a nice outfit, someone will take a photo of you.
Yeah.
Someone might interview you. Someone might put you on TikTok.
Someone might just talk to you and be like, that's a fire fit.
Exactly. And what you see on Instagram and TikTok and shit like that about New York, it's really like that. There's the good and the bad, obviously.
Yeah. And we'll get into it because many of you actually asked us.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I won't get into it. Cool. Nice question. Okay.
It's my turn.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, this is more a question for me, but you can also answer it. The question is, did Yoni ever give you the ick?
Did Yoni ever give you the ick? Okay, you can answer that.
Do you know what the ick is?
Yes, I do.
I think I just explained it to you like not that long ago.
I do know what that means, but please don't ask me in front of everyone what that means.
Okay. Well, if for anyone who's listening who doesn't know what the ick is
it like when someone just all of a sudden looks ugly to you?
It's not necessarily ugly. Like, it doesn't have to be associated with appearance of somebody. It could be something that they do, like a behavior, a mannerism, a body language thing. It could be simply the way that they eat, the way that they sit, the way that they say a specific word. It's this thing that happens early in a relationship, in the first 6 months or maybe even a year, in which you really like someone at the beginning, everything's great, and at some point you get the ick. It's not necessarily that they're doing something that they weren't doing before. Is that the other person, starts to notice a specific thing that person is doing, and it bothers you, and it's like it turns you off so bad. It
doesn't necessarily have to turn you off.
It does. It does. That's what makes it icky.
But you can get the ick and still be like, but I still like him. That's just them.
Yeah, but you have to fight through that ick.
Not me.
And sometimes you get the ick, but then it goes away.
Okay.
So it doesn't overpower everything else.
Okay, so what was the ick that I gave you?
So I would say the ick that Yoni gave me was very early on. It was actually our second date. And
I know what she's doing. I know. Can you not share that story?
It's not even that big of a deal.
Are you talking about?
I think you might not know what I'm talking about. So let me just tell the story. So it's not even that much, but
I'm nervous.
Yoni and I we were meeting for our second date, and we're going to go get these like banh mi sandwiches at this place.
Girls are so cute for remembering every single detail.
Yeah, I remember what I was wearing. I was wearing these like blue jeans with this like black shirt, literally what I'm wearing right now. And Yoni was like running late, and then we were meeting at the sandwich spot, and then he comes in, and then the whole time it was like our second date, right? And then after the first date, I can't say that I was like, oh my god, I'm in love. I just wanted to see where we could go. It was nice, but I wasn't head over heels, you know?
Head over heels. Can you explain
head
that to
over
people
heels
who
in
don't
love? Head over I don't know exactly how to translate that. It's just a saying. I don't even know if that's the right saying. Anyways, I wasn't in love with him at that point or anything. And then we are meeting for our second date. He comes in. I meet him there. I'm like, oh, what's up? Whatever. I had already ordered. So he ordered himself a sandwich, and then he sat down. And
aren't you supposed to wait to order until the other person gets there?
I guess. I don't know. I was new to dating. I was young. Okay, I was 19. And at the time, I didn't really notice it until he sat down, and then we just started talking. Yoni was wearing this hat that he made. Okay, and what I say, he didn't make it like he sew the hat. He sew the hat. I don't know how to say past tense of sewing. It's not like he like cut the pieces and put together a hat. He just he just took.
What did you go
at the time? Yoni's username on Instagram was called Yoni Vision, like Yoni VSN, and that was his thing at the time. And
I was so proud of that name.
And he basically took a piece of denim material and cut it into a rectangle, and then took the letters VSN. I don't know if they were like written on it or if it was like pasted with other material.
It was other material.
Like and then he glued it and put it on that hat. And I don't know why that hat itself was also like it wasn't like a dad hat. It was like a snapback, or what are they called?
It was a snapback, but then it had like a pretty firm top, and the brim was like...
The brim was really like wide, and then the actual top of the hat was like really big.
You know what I'm going to do?
That gave me such an ick. Like that hat on Yoni, I was like, oh my God, it looks so bad. And I remember I went back home and my mom and my sister, asked me like how my date was.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it was fine, but he was wearing this hat and I hated that.
Okay, but it's just a hat.
Girl, I could not get over the hat.
I'm going to put a picture of the hat right here of me wearing the hat.
If you're watching on YouTube.
Yes.
That was the only thing.
I love that hat. I love that hat, and I made it, and I was so proud of it. And you told me many times that you didn't like it, but I didn't care. I kept wearing it because that was my hat. Like that was the beginning of me understanding branding. But then shortly after, I got rid of the hat, and then
actually you had that hat for a very long time.
Yeah, until I changed my ad name to Yoni Kodo.
Right, but yeah.
Okay,
okay. Did I ever give you the ick?
Don't try to run away from my answer.
Well, earlier you said
when we moved in together for the first time, me and Alia. This is after a year. And, at this time, obviously, we're together. Everything is great and all that. But I've never lived with her. So we move into our first apartment in Green Lake in Seattle. Small studio apartment, which was great. We had a great time there, right?
Yeah, it was literally like a room.
Yeah. It wasn't like it was a little bit bigger than a room. Don't make it seem like it was a room.
It was 350 square feet.
Okay, something like that. And I noticed that the way we so let's say I eat something, right? I like to put it away in dishwasher. I mean, put it at least in the sink right away. Okay? And I guess it was I don't know if that's like...
I feel like you're trying to find something right now just because I told that story.
Honestly, I was trying to find something, okay? Because
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that would be considered an ick.
Okay,
and
so if someone leaves the dishes on the table, that's not an ick, right?
But also, you are so funny for mentioning that because I don't leave the dishes on the table. If anything, nowadays, I make dinner and I'm also the one that takes your dish and puts water in that bitch so it doesn't get all crusty.
Maybe I was just reaching. Maybe I was just really trying to find something to say.
I thought you were going to say like the way I walk around the apartment.
I was going to say that, but then I was like, but this is just how you walk, so it's not fair,
it's kind of rude, actually.
Yeah, so that's what I really wanted to say. You good over there?
Yeah, sorry. There's this button of my shirt that keeps popping up.
I know.
Okay, your turn.
I know. All right. So we got another question here. What era are y'all in? Together and separately?
Well,
what's your era right now?
That right now I'm in my glasses era.
Clearly.
I just really love glasses right now.
Yeah, the reel Alia made with her glasses is probably like my favorite video on Instagram. If you haven't seen it, go to her Instagram, go to the reels, and the song is perfect. The faces Alia makes in that reel, just I don't know what it is about that video.
Yoni really likes that reel.
Yeah.
If you guys are curious at all of like where my glasses are from or anything, you can find it on that reel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really in my glasses era.
That's your era? Okay. My era at this moment, I'm really changing so I'm leaving the sneakers behind in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I want to dress up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
No more sneakers. In the last episode, I told you how I like leather shoes now, like boots, loafers, just something that's, and I don't have loafers yet. I still need to get like my first pair.
It's just a little bit more elevated, less casual.
Yeah, black leather shoes. That's it. That's my favorite. And then I think, because I just feel like it elevates your outfit so much.
Yeah, it really does.
So I would say I'm in my black leather shoe era.
Oh, it's all fashion related. Okay.
Yeah.
And then together, would you say we're in a specific era?
Yeah. Together, we are in WTJ season 3 era. We're just entering that.
That makes sense.
Okay. Let's try something else. I didn't think about that. I mean, even though we are together and we spend a lot of time together, I feel like we still have very much separate.
We're very individual in our relationship in the sense that we have our own things going on. We are in like our black coffee era together.
Alia was trying to get away from the black coffee era. One day she got like a randomly was it a chai that you got last time?
I got a matcha yesterday.
No, but there was something else that you got with the milk, like a cortado or something.
Oh yeah, I got a cortado because I went to this place where someone said the espresso is really good. So I just wanted to try it.
Okay.
But actually, I'm kind of off the black coffee game. I think I overdid it a little bit where I was drinking just black coffee. And now the idea of it makes me feel like I'm going to burn a hole in my stomach.
Alia does this thing where when she's into something,
I'm into it like 1,000%.
She's into it like 3,000%.
Like, you know, right now we're going to look back maybe in a few months from now and I will never wear glasses again.
Yeah, no, for real.
I'm just going to overwear the shit out of these glasses and then never want to see them again.
But that's actually going to happen. Like right now, she's very much into that. She made a whole reel about that. But by summertime, she's going to look back at that same reel that I love so much.
Summertime with cute glasses.
She's going to be like, what was I doing? But hopefully not, because I like this era.
Yeah, me too.
I want to get into the glasses era, which will happen pretty soon. I should get some and see how it looks.
You should just get some blue glasses in general because we spend so much time in front of screens.
Blue glasses, blue light glasses.
Yeah. Okay.
Next
Somebody
question.
else asked, have you met your people in New York City yet? Do you guys go out at night at all?
Okay. Is this an individual question to you or to us?
To us.
I feel like I'm finding my people. I find people every day, honestly.
As I just said.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. So, but have you found your people yet? Can you say that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You found your people, like you have like your homies that you hang out.
I mean,
on a regular.
First of all, we're not we're very busy. Everyone is working. So there is no everyday hanging out at the park for 5 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely found people that I can hit up right now and hang out with them tomorrow.
But those are just people. She said they asked, have you met your people?
I think
That's
so.
Different than just knowing people.
You keep trying to get me away from my answer.
I know.
Okay, just because you didn't find your people don't mean that I didn't find my people.
Oh my God.
She's like, yeah, but those are not your people.
I'm your person.
But can you hang out with them for like 5 hours at the park? That's not what we're talking about. You know? So I did.
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Nicholas. I want to give a shout out to Juliana. I want to give a shout out to Sam that I met at a coffee shop. And who else? Damn, now I'm going to feel bad that I forgot. But those are like the new people that I met here.
Okay, well, shout out to Drew and Lauren.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
those are more like both of our friends.
Yeah, those are definitely... We moved to New York.
My only friends.
We moved to New York at the same time. Drew, shout out to you. And Lauren, honestly, that's we have a lot of like long late nights together, which is
I know, my favorite. Well, I have not met my people, but I also feel like maybe I'm very intentional, like maybe I put too many boundaries on like what your people are versus just people that you know and are friends with. Clearly, we've established. Yeah. I just do this separation thing. So, you know, I wouldn't say I've met like my people. I don't have, you know, a girlfriend that I can say I can call up and hang out with all the time. But I also think I don't have the time to hang out that often anyways. We
can find time. We can always find time if we just manage our time a little bit better. That's true. I feel like that's kind of just an excuse.
But I would say I'm excited. I definitely feel like I want to meet. I want to meet more people, obviously, and I want to meet like cool people that do cool shit, you know?
Okay. What would you do in 2024? Is there something else? Is there something new or like a different approach that you want to take on? As far as like meeting people, like what are you going to do that's different?
Let me tell you right now. I actually was thinking about this maybe a few days ago I think we were like going to go somewhere to see someone or to go to like a gathering with like people that I didn't know.
Oh.
We were going to do that, but then we didn't end up doing it because we were working and had to edit the podcast.
But that worked out for you.
It worked out for me because I was very socially anxious and I was like, I don't know anyone and blah, blah, blah. And I have this thing where I think people will judge me because I'm a content creator, because I make YouTube videos. And in New York, everybody loves to be like, you know, I'm working on this thing. I'm working on this project. I'm an artist.
Alia hates the word project. We're not going to get into it.
I hate the way people say it as if like you're so self-important and you're so cool. Like just say what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
No. A project, you don't have to be important to work on a project.
It's the way that it's said.
You don't have to make money off the project that you're making. It's just a self.
I'm not even talking about money.
Yeah, I know, but you were like, you have to be so important and self-promote. It's just, yeah, I'm working on a project.
Okay, but I feel like everybody's working on a project.
That's good because everybody's making shit. Yo.
Anyways, I just feel like anytime I have to find a way around not giving a shit about my job and what I do and not feel, because I feel like here everyone is doing something that's so unique, or obviously not everyone, but everyone. I just sometimes feel like another content creator, another person that makes YouTube videos. It's kind of old news.
But you're not just another, because you actually make
but there's so many people that actually make good videos.
Okay, but when I watch your videos, I feel like you separate yourself.
But they don't know. They're not about to watch my video then. So when I'm introducing myself,
okay,
and I'm
you
like,
should show them.
Hey, I'm Alia, and then they're like, oh, so what do you do? And then I say, I make YouTube videos, and then you know I also have a podcast.
The next question.
I feel like it sounds so cliche.
Not the podcast.
Instead of being like, I'm an independent artist that put together these installations for,
you know. My God. And I'm working on this project.
No,
I mean, listen, everybody got a job. And then if people know what you do, and then
I'm an art director for Vogue. Not that I ever met that person. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you're saying. We talked about that before. But I think if I were you, when I was making YouTube videos, I would tell everyone.
I think and that's what I was going to say, is that I had an inner conversation with myself after we ended up not going to that thing. The next day, I really was like, you know, if I want to have a good life here, I have to just get over this.
You do, because otherwise you'll
get over this, just face my stupid little fears and just go be uncomfortable and just expose myself to those situations more and more, because that's the only way that I'll become comfortable to just say, yeah, I make YouTube videos, I am a content creator, and I have a podcast. What do you want?
No, exactly.
You know? And then if they're going to judge me or if they're going to feel some type of way, I'm going to be like, well...
What do you mean feel some type of way, though? You know?
I feel like content creators are looked down upon and influencers are hated on because they're like... you know, fake, or they like put the camera here and they pretend that like they're going to sleep, you know, shit like that, which I understand. But at the same time, everybody loves consuming this content. So people love to hate.
It's about, to me, content creation, and especially the kind that you make, is about putting together a story. So the fact that a camera is there recording you doing something, brushing your teeth or whatever, a lot of people love that. And it brings such like a lot of peace to a lot of people. Like, this is, you know, your videos are such a part of a lot of people's lives. It's just like a routine thing. They know that every Sunday Alia is dropping a video, and I'm going to watch that while I eat my breakfast. Yeah. You know, or like while I'm cooking. So people can think whatever they want about content creation, but you're like a part of a lot of people's lives, that people that you haven't even met.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So actually, when you really think about it, you're touching way more people than any cool artist.
But it's not even, I'm not even talking about like the numbers or whatever. No, I don't know. It's just something that I have to work on internally.
I know.
And the other side of the question was, do you guys go out at night?
No.
No.
We hate clubs. We don't go out.
But I do want to, I want to socialize more in the evenings. Like I want to go participate in the nightlife, but not like in the club scene. More just go to a bar.
With artists?
Yeah, with artists who are working on projects. I want to participate a little bit more in that.
And also, you're not making fun of artists who make project and work on projects. I don't want this to come off as like, you know, I'm an artist myself, so you technically, like, I know you're not making fun of.
No, I'm not making fun of it. I think it's kind of like and it's not my intention at all. It's a little bit, I'm kind of being self-deprecating on myself of how I think that if you're not doing something unique or very artistic and you do something like I do, people tend to judge it and don't take it as legitimate or as worthy or whatever. So it doesn't really have anything to do with anyone else except
Okay, I just wanted you to clear that up because I started to feel some type of way.
Okay, sorry. Apologize. Yeah. Okay, you're next.
Okay.
So much for rapid fire.
I know, right? Any regrets regarding any of these topics? Relationship, career, NYC, maybe even life?
I have no regrets.
I have zero
like
regrets.
Thinking about all those things. Relationship, no regrets. New York, no regrets. Career, no regrets. Yeah. Life, no regrets. Everything that has happened, I'm so happy it did because it brought me here. 100%.
We would literally not be here if any of those things didn't happen the way they did. Think about it.
If we never met, I don't know where the fuck I would be.
Yo, I don't know where the fuck I would be. No, honestly.
For real.
And honestly, obviously you guys know we met on Tinder. But if that night she didn't swipe right or left, whichever one it is.
Or you didn't swipe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you swiped first.
If we didn't match, no, you swiped. No, you matched first.
No, because I swiped and it said it's a match.
Oh, so it was like automatic?
You swiped first.
Shout out to Tinder. Again, if you're watching this, we love you guys.
2024, we're going to get a Tinder
sponsorship.
Whoa, sponsorship.
That would be amazing. If you're watching this and you're working at Tinder.
Flood those DMs, guys.
Yeah, call somebody and say, Tinder, you guys need to work with What's the Juice. But anyway, so if we didn't match back in 2018, we would not be here.
Yeah.
And none of the stuff that we're doing will probably
like the podcast wouldn't exist. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I would have been doing YouTube because Yoni's support was so important in that journey.
Everything is even just like with my photography, like there's so much that it was just like a match made in heaven, I feel like, honestly. Truly. So shout out to Tinder because this is literally the only reason why What's the Juice exists.
Yeah. So you don't have any regrets either, huh?
I don't have any regrets.
Nah.
Because what would that sound like? I have what's a regret?
Because if you regret something, that thing that wouldn't have happened would equal into something different that is today, you know?
Yeah, and I'm so happy where I am, mentally, physically, spiritually, relationship wise, family, career wise. I mean, career can always get
better, bigger.
Yeah. I'm the biggest dreamer, so there's always you too. There's so much that we want to do.
Yeah,
but at least we have the foundation. True. You know what I mean? Now we're just building.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
When I was single, I never loved being single. I never really enjoyed that because I'm such of I always wanted to have a family. I always wanted to be with one person that I love. And I'm just focused on building something together with that person. To me, that's the most attractive thing.
Yeah.
Personally. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, being single and dating whoever you want and going on a million dates. But I was just never that person. I never even went on a lot of dates because I was just even with the people that I was quote unquote with, I always felt like I was never satisfied.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Because I was what are we really doing? Because to me, it's important to be with someone, but knowing that we're not just wasting time.
Yeah, for you, everything was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was what is this building towards? It wasn't so much just, whatever. But you got to that at a certain point. It's like every person you ever dated, you felt that way.
No, many people that I've dated before, I was we're together.
You knew what it was. It wasn't going to be an end all be all.
Yes, but I also, sometimes I question myself, why am I even in this relationship?
Yeah.
Because yes, do I love her? Love can be so deceiving sometimes. I like her. I have feelings, so people call I love her. Yes.
Yeah, but sometimes love can be, I don't know, I think I thought I knew what love was or was supposed to be like, but compared to how I feel in this relationship, I had no idea.
I had zero idea. I thought I loved someone before, but then it's it wasn't even
because
close.
It's so different also than just, you love your family, your siblings or whatever, but it's so different loving someone that is you choose to share your life with. Mm-hmm. And then it has to be kind of a love that transforms into a family love.
Now we're family. We're not even you're not even my person. You're just literally my family officially.
Yeah, exactly. It truly feels like.
You want to know the moment and then we can go on to the next question, okay? You want to know when I really felt that I loved you? It was when I was constantly thinking about your safety.
Okay.
Is that weird?
No.
Like,
no, I actually just had to scratch my head.
Okay.
I wasn't like doing a thing.
No. And I was just like, because I was just picturing, and I hate to think about that, but I was like, if something or someone does something to Alia, I'm going to lose it. No, honestly.
When did you feel that way?
I can't remember exactly when it was, but I remember just thinking like, damn, like it would be maybe like if you're sleeping or taking a nap or sometime like you even just like doing some work, and I would just like look over and see you just focus on like whatever you're doing. And I'd be like, damn, like I really love this girl. No, honestly, and you don't have to blush or anything, but it's just like I really and I just think that if something happens to you or knock on wood, but it's just like I just don't even
broke this plant.
Did you break it?
Yeah, a branch came off.
So when I started to think about your safety and make sure that you're good, that's when I knew that it was like a different kind of love that I had for you.
It wasn't like just like infatuated or like she's pretty or it's like...
not even not only that I think you're pretty, but it's just that the emotional feeling of like, oh wow, I love her because she's so nice and I love her. It was more like I want to make sure that you're good forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Damn. I hope I really painted it. Like, I hope people understood what I was saying. Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, next.
Thank you for that. Should solo traveling when having a partner be seen as weird?
It's not weird at all. I actually encourage you to travel. Well, you went to Paris by yourself.
Yeah, I went to Paris by myself.
And I wasn't there.
Honestly,
I missed you that time.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, I can very honestly say in my experience, anytime I traveled without Yoni, I wish he was there.
Okay, you don't have to be cute back to me just
because
I was...
No, I'm not being cute back to you because for some reason you're like my best friend.
Okay,
so anytime we do anything, anytime I do anything without you, okay, not anytime. Like when we're in New York,
you can say anytime. It's okay.
No, when I'm in New York and I'm like doing random shit, going to a coffee shop, whatever. I don't want to be with you like all the time.
Yeah.
We're already together all the time.
When you go to a coffee shop,
when I'm traveling somewhere. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
When I'm traveling somewhere and we're going to be there for, a few days, a week, exploring a new place, I want to do that with my person.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because it's always the most fun with you. No hate to like anyone that I traveled with, but it's like just everything is the most fun when I'm with you.
Is it because you are with your person or is it because I literally make it more fun?
Both.
Trying to give myself more credit here.
Okay, I'm just going to go for the next one. Would you say you live in the present or overthink about the future?
Do I live in the present?
Or overthink about the future? I already know I overthink about the future.
Okay, hold on. You asked me the question, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
taking a while, so that's why I just wanted to say.
No, sorry. Just give me some time, Give me some time. I think about the future a lot, and sometimes it kind of ruins the moment that I'm in right now.
It overrides the moment.
Because I would be so fixated on how things would look in the future and what I want to be as an artist in the future and the things that I want to accomplish in the future that I would try to paint that picture so much versus laying the first brick down of today. And then like working towards that. It's almost like if you want to build a house, you keep drawing the house and you keep building. Okay, now let me
sketching it out.
Let me make the backyard. And then you're like, and then in the backyard, I want to have a townhouse. And you keep drawing all these details, but you don't even have a front door. Like you don't even have
the
foundation.
House.
Yeah. So I think
wow, good one.
I just came up with that literally right now.
That's a good metaphor.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say that I very much overthink about the future all the time. And I think so much of what I do is always with the intention of like making something happen in the future. But I would say at the same time, I do kind of a good job at not doing what you just explained in the sense of I sketch out and I do like a nice plan and preparation and think about the future and like analyze that and strategize. But then I know like when to stop or when to start putting down the bricks.
That was fucking great.
You know? Yeah. Do you feel like the height difference between you and Yoni is affecting you in any way? Like, do you feel the difference in our height?
I don't know, but that's a funny question.
Yeah, she said random weird question.
Thanks for that question. I think so.
If you can't tell from us sitting down, you're
I'm 6'4", and then Alia is
5'1".
Exactly. Or I'm 6'3" sometimes. The only time I can notice the difference is sometimes when we're walking and no, because then we find a way to like, okay, if I'm putting my hand around your shoulder, right?
It's like annoying to walk that way, but I think that's no matter what.
I think, do people walk like that?
I know,
right?
I think people are being extra when they walk like that. Like, there's no way you're comfortable walking when someone's like, it's like you gotta walk together. It's not. I would say when you just walk way faster than me because your legs are so much longer. So I always end up doing like 2 steps for every 1 step Yoni takes.
Yeah, Alia's like doing like a light run.
Yeah, so that's one thing. And then when we like hug or something, it doesn't really. I feel like our proportions, I could just be a little bit taller to get even a thicker, bigger hug, you know? I mean, this awkward part where like your back is like curving in and I can't really like squeeze you as hard as I could or I want to because of where I land.
Damn, how hard do you want to squeeze me?
I don't know. Clearly really hard.
Okay. Next question. How did you know you were ready to move in together?
For me, it was one that I just wanted to move out of my parents' house
and live
in
my. Oh, there we go.
And live in my own place, in my own space, and just get out of my family home. So that was like my number one thing. But then the reason why I was ready to do that is because we were together, and it felt like I just wanted to be with you all the time and start just building a life together. And we were already hanging out like almost every single day.
You were at so I had my own, not my own spot, but I lived with like, I think in Seattle around that time, I had 5 roommates.
Yeah.
Random ass people. I just found that they're an apartment to live in. No, it was actually a house with like strangers. I don't know. I don't even remember how I found the house, but and then Alia would just come over a lot of the times, like after her dance classes.
Yeah, I was still dancing at the time. When we moved in together, I had just like stopped dancing.
Yeah. And I got to watch her last dance. And I was very happy I did. So it was more a question for you because
you were ready. You also wanted to move out of that house because you didn't really like it. Was a small room.
Yeah, the house was nasty. Yeah, the guys that I lived with, honestly, if any of you guys are watching the podcast, I apologize.
Nah, there's no way they're watching this.
There's no way, right?
Yeah.
Well, shit. If you are, the house wasn't we didn't do a good job. At least I did. Like when you walked into my room, it was like a different house.
Yeah, it was. The whole rest of the house was.
It smelled different. It looked different. As soon as I walk out on the hallway and the kitchen and stuff and the staircase, I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like this is the worst.
So I think we were both just very much ready. And since we had each other, why not?
Why not?
Next question. Do you have any habits that bother one another?
Yeah, the way Alia walks bothers me because
you have to explain what.
Yeah, so her knees, her leg do this hyperextension thing to where like her heels hit the ground first. So it sounds like someone is literally just pounding the ground with each step.
Okay, listen. So from dance, if you don't have any dance background,
is that a dance thing though?
So it's just my legs are hyperextended. And what that means is the weight of my body falls in the back of my knees. And the back of my knees, because my legs are hyperextended, it means my knees, when I stretch my full leg, the knees go a little bit behind my hips and my ankle.
Yeah.
It's a very specific thing. But in ballet, you tend to like, you don't necessarily want to hyperextend your legs all the time, but it creates a very beautiful line of your leg because it kind of looks very stretched and elegant. So from my dance background, like I tend to really give into my knees hyperextension. And then when I walk, I also kind of walk a little bit turned out, kind of like a duck from just like, you know, my legs always being turned out when I was dancing. So whenever I'm walking, a lot of my weight falls into my heels. And it's a lot further back than when people walk more in like the midfoot. And because of that, a lot of my weight is in my heels. So when I'm walking, it sounds very loud. Like I'm just like dum 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 dum, you know.
And I didn't notice when we first moved in together because and I never noticed that because even though you used to come over a lot, I used to have
I wasn't walking around that much.
Yeah, exactly. There wasn't that much space anyways. And we would always only just hang out in my room, you know.
Oh, and you also had a carpet.
Exactly. So I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, you can only hear this on hardwood floors.
And then the first day in the new apartment, I was like, hold on a second. This is like, it started to not annoy me, but I noticed it. And I was like,
it kind of echoes a little bit.
Yeah. I was like, why are you walking like that? You remember when I used to ask you, like, why are you doing this?
I mean, still to this day, you're like, bro.
No, because sometimes you can pay attention to it and
yeah,
not
but it's
do it.
annoying to pay attention to it.
Oh,
I
really?
have to walk like through my toes.
Yeah.
Because naturally my legs just do that. So anyways.
And if you have neighbors.
Yeah. Can I share the habit that you do that I don't like?
No, please.
So
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're about to say.
Really? What?
Go ahead. Say it.
No, I probably don't know.
I don't care.
So Yana does this thing whenever he uses like some type of tissue or toilet paper, paper towel. He like wipes
toilet paper.
Okay, not toilet paper. Paper towel, right? And we're in the kitchen. Like he takes a piece of paper towel, right? And he wipes whatever he needs to wipe.
Clean stuff around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you, for some reason, forget we have plates and you use the paper towel as a plate, even though we have a plate.
You know why I do that?
Why I do that?
Because I don't want to wash dishes.
Yeah, but it's a waste. So anyways, and then what he does is he like wipes whatever he needs to, or he uses it to wipe his hands when he's eating, and then he crumples it up and then he leaves it somewhere. Like he does not, it's like a crumpled tissue
You know why I
that
do
looks like someone blew their nose in it, or it was some nasty shit they wiped with it.
Okay.
And then it's like crumpled and gross. And the last thing you want to do is touch it. And he just leaves it on a table. He leaves it by the sink. He leaves it.
Those are the only places. Stop.
Okay,
it.
you can leave it on the stove. Okay.
On the stove.
If you wipe the stove, yeah. And then it's like sometimes he leaves it right above the door to the trash. I just don't understand it. It's usually kind of wet and moist. And I'm like, why can't you just
Wet and
throw
moist.
it away? It's so nasty.
Let me answer.
Please.
I leave it somewhere because in case I want to wipe something else a few minutes later, I can use the same piece of paper instead
When
of.
have you ever gone back to use that same
You-
nasty?
see, you don't
Because the
even know.
paper is
You don't-
already used. Like there's no use left in it. It's already seeped through whatever you wiped.
No, I see. That's how much. So it's actually not waste because I use it a lot. So that's the only reason why I leave it out, because I know that I'm going to have to use it again instead of making more waste, which you hate very much. Okay,
I
it's
just
my
think
turn.
it looks nasty.
It's my turn. All right. Let's see. It was artist lesson. Moving to New York.
What's the best poppy flavor?
The best poppy flavor to me, probably ginger.
Ginger lime?
Yeah, ginger lime is my favorite right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like it's hard for me to choose.
Oh, root beer. The root beer is really, really good.
Yeah, I was going to say my favorite, like I'm always in the mood for, is orange.
Especially in
Orange
the
poppy,
summertime, though.
But anytime. To me, it's like the perfect flavor. But then a very close second that I love is the root beer. But I'm not always in the mood for the root beer.
Root beer feels heavier.
Yeah, it feels heavier. It feels like you're really drinking like a drink. Versus orange feels like you're drinking water and you can drink like 3.
Yeah.
Root beer, I can't
don't
drink.
do that.
Sometimes I can't even finish 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's see. All right. Thrifting. How do you feel about group of people who thrift to upsell on Depop?
That's a very specific question. I
Yeah,
don't know.
how do you
I
feel
mean, I
about
get it. Like, there's people that they actually have created a job or a side hustle from them, a side hustle for
A
themselves.
whole business.
Yeah, where like they sell. There's people I follow on Depop, which if you don't know, it's like a app where you can shop secondhand clothing. And I've see sellers there that are constantly posting. They're not just people that own clothing like I do, and then I don't wear this anymore, so I'm going to sell this one piece. They're regularly shopping to resell stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can't be mad at it because
I'm not mad at it. If
somebody's making money from that shit, paying their rent.
I don't have a problem with that at all. Do what you got to do. And if you're listening and you're out there doing it, send me your Depop.
I would say, however, the whole like resale things in terms of new clothing,
I hate that.
That's annoying, especially when it comes to sneakers, even though we're not even wearing sneakers like that anymore. But just different pieces that are super sought after from specific brands that do like limited quantities and don't re-release something. That's really annoying because then if you miss the drop, you miss it. And most of the people that bought it didn't even buy it to wear it. They bought it to sell it for more expensive price.
Like 3 times the price.
Yeah, so I don't like that. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, what? When it comes to thrifting, when it comes to thrifting, I feel like there's enough to go around for everybody.
Okay, can I ask my question? I feel like you skipped me one time.
You asked the thrifting thing, no?
Oh, right. Okay, go ahead. Okay, rapid fire.
How do you manage to keep the sparkles even when you're working together?
Working together. Okay, we are business partners, which is very true. How do we keep the sparkle?
The sparkles? I feel like nobody says that.
No, it's cute. How do I keep it? Let me see. I think that we always remember to take time for each other.
What does that look like?
I
can tell what it looks like.
Cuddles.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Back rubs.
Yeah. Random
back rubs.
Okay, so we're taking a little bit of an intermission here in this video right now because something just happened, something just went down, and we have to stop the video to explain it to you, okay? Because we can't leave it like this.
We literally talked about this happening earlier in the video.
So you can probably guess what happened, which is the camera just did not record the last 30 minutes of our episode, if not the last 40 minutes. I don't even know how much.
And I don't remember when we talked about it earlier in this episode, but we literally called it top 5 or top
10 biggest fears.
And this happened.
Or to think that we're recording and it's not recording.
And it happened today on the last episode of the podcast, and we had such nice.
It's very frustrating. We don't want to talk about it anymore. It's literally midnight.
I'm so mad. I'm trying to hold it in, honestly. After this, I'm going outside and I just have to yell.
Oh. Damn, you're gonna do all that?
Probably.
But not to put a damper on this episode, we just wanted to come on here because it's very frustrating since we really wanted the last episode to leave everybody feeling on a good note. If you're someone that watches it on YouTube, we are very sorry that this is happening. Yeah. We still hope that you will stick around to listen. Just leave it playing in the background
just for the vibes.
It will be without video, but we are sharing some really fun stories, so definitely keep on listening, and then we will see you guys with the message at the end of the episode. Yeah, and that sounds fucking weird.
No,
don't. It's not like a back rub, lay down type situation. It's more like I'm crouched at the laptop angrily editing something, and you can just feel this negative cloud of me just I need to reach this deadline to post this video,
and that would just come out of nowhere.
Comes over and he just lifts the back of my shirt up and
lifts
just really gives me a good back rub, and that helps out. But then also sometimes randomly we're like, babe, you know what, I need a cuddle right now. We stop everything, and then we just cuddle for a good 5-10 minutes, just reset.
It's just a regrouping thing that we like to do every once in a time.
It feels like I really press pause and rejuvenate.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. You're next.
All right, let's see. What is it like being in an interracial relationship? This is actually a topic that we're going to talk about on season 3.
Yes.
We're going to do a whole episode on this. So I think I want to leave it up to that, but I will answer right here. And I think that I know that it's a thing. It's interracial. Wow. This is one of those things also for me.
It's okay, baby.
This word is always so hard for me to say. Interracial relationship. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
It's a thing.
No, it's because to me, I feel like love is love. So I don't necessarily think when I see people who are dating like mixed cultures and you're
mixed backgrounds, ethnic.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I honestly love that. But I know
How do you feel about it in our relationship though?
In our relationship, I don't feel anything about it. I love it.
Yeah, I know.
Because you know why?
I feel like people expect an answer of like, yeah,
No.
there's this thing, and
there isn't.
I don't know if it's fucked up for me to say that.
I don't know if it's fucked up.
Sorry. I don't know if it's bad for me to say that I don't feel that I am in an interracial relationship.
I mean, you are.
No, but I am, but that doesn't bring.
But like, what is it? How are you supposed to feel?
It doesn't make me. It's not something that I'm specifically identifying on a daily basis, or weekly, or monthly, or yearly, or at all.
Exactly.
Ever thinking that I am with. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
You're just my person.
Yeah, and you know what's the thing that really makes me not think about who I'm dating or what color your skin is because I feel like I have the best relationship.
Aww.
So
yeah, that's true.
And I know people who only, let's say like, there's I don't know, there's black people or there's white people or whatever culture that only date within their own race or culture.
Religion.
And I understand that because they want to continue their families and they want to have, I don't know, the same color babies or whatever, and they want to just continue that. Maybe it's cultural. I don't know.
Yeah. But we'll talk more about this when we
that's definitely coming up
in
season 3. And I actually really want to get into it because there's a lot that I want to say. But I just want to say that love is love. If you're out there listening, that is the most important thing. Okay. So if you're happy and she's happy, I think that's all you really want. Yeah, that's the lottery right there. You're good.
The next question, someone said, when do you guys want to have children?
Let's see. So today is 2024. By 2027, before 2028.
Yeah. So between 27 and 28, the baby would pop out.
Yeah. So by 2028, the baby's already here.
I'm going to be 27 or 28, depending when. Yeah. And then you're going to be...
So, I don't know. I don't want to do math now. Like, I'm going to be 50.
No, what? Yeah. A lot of people were asking us about kids. We are definitely having kids. And it's not in the works. It's in the plan.
In the works.
Okay. Next.
Oh, yeah. Next. Let's see.
Someone asked, would you guys ever move to Europe?
Wasn't you?
Well, you take a long time, so.
Ali has no patience.
Yeah, because we're trying to do rapid fire, right?
Okay.
Would you guys ever move back to Europe?
No, maybe to Spain or like Barcelona or Portugal. I want to go to Portugal so bad.
But not just to visit, to move there.
No, to live in Portugal.
You've never even been, so you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I still want to go. I didn't have anything better to say.
I would say that we actually talked about it a little bit just when we were thinking about building a family and like when we'll have kids, not just the two of us. So you have to start thinking about several aspects of your life. And obviously we live in New York. It's very expensive to live here. Childcare is very expensive in all of America, but especially here. And those are just factors that you have to like consider once you add children to the mix. So I feel like it's something that we're definitely going to think about and consider at some point. But I also love living here. And I think it'd be so cool to raise your kids in New York and for them to experience New York. I feel like if you are born and raised in New York, you're built different.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah. Okay, you're next.
Mine is next. Let me hurry up before she goes.
A long time.
Let's see. What are you excited about 2024? We already talked about that. Will you ever visit Portugal?
What? Didn't you just say that?
No, I said I want to go to live in Portugal.
And someone asked you.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
If we ever want to send you guys something, where can we send it to? We don't have a P.O. box. I wish we did have a P.O. box. So that doesn't count. But thanks for that question. Let's say
we don't need you guys to send us anything. Just listen to the podcast and subscribe.
And
yes.
Follow. Yes. Someone asked me, when's Yoni's YouTube channel coming? Soon. Yeah.
Okay, TBD. It's coming in 2024.
Yes, Yoni on YouTube is coming in 2024, 100%.
Okay.
Can I do another one?
Sure.
All right. What are you? Oh, I guess this is from the same person. Oh, this is someone that I actually talk to a lot. Alexandra, shout out to you if you're listening. She asked me, "What are you gonna do about your podcast?"
Oh.
And I think that we're gonna have to restart. Okay, I gotta
restart as in basically re-upload.
Yeah,
it's like you're gonna re-record all the other episodes.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
So you're starting a new podcast.
Yes,
with the same name and everything.
Same name. There's some things I gotta figure out, but I think that's just gonna be the case. Okay. Yeah. So thanks for that question.
Okay. Someone asked, "How is living in New York? Give me your pros and cons." Just real quick, pros. 2 pros and 2 cons.
Okay, pros is that I love meeting people, and this is the perfect place to meet people.
Okay. And then cons.
And then not having a car because
Yoni goes
because I know I do that a lot.
So cute.
I used to love driving. I really enjoyed driving in Seattle.
Yeah, you did like
because that feels like the only time during the day where you have like your alone time. You get to play your music. You get to play whatever you want. Nobody's there to tell you not play this. Turn it down. You play whatever you want, as loud as you want, as many times as you want.
And you don't really get to do anything else except listen to that music.
Yeah, and drive.
You can't really be on your phone.
That I really love driving.
That's true. And honestly, there's some music that just hits different.
That hits different in a car.
Yeah.
And out of my whole day, this is the one moment, whether it's 30 minutes, 15 minutes, that you're just by yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to cry, you cry when you drive.
Aww.
If you want to think about some shit, you do that.
Yeah, that's true. I feel that. But I do love the subway and being able to walk everywhere. So I will take that over a car.
Okay. Disagree.
So pros for me, the fact that yes, there's the subway, there's the buses, you can walk everywhere, truly. So I love that. That's definitely a big pro for me. And then a con is that somehow there's just some things that are really difficult to do here.
Like what?
Like
shopping, grocery shopping.
Yeah, like grocery shopping is somehow always like on my head. And then same with doing laundry because you got to go to the laundromat. So those types of things are really annoying to do.
Very annoying. It takes us forever to do.
Yeah. And then maybe like sometimes you need a random thing like a pillow. And
what?
You got to walk 20 minutes or take the subway to the closest Crate and Barrel or Best Buy or something because there just aren't that many stores like that. I think most people just order stuff to their house.
When would you need a random pillow?
I don't know. Just different things like that. Towels. You go to Target, but then Target might be out because it's such a small Target.
In a big city.
And it's all sold out. So things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Favorite movies, music, or TV from 2023?
2023. What was on TV this year?
Honestly, I didn't really watch a lot of the news.
I just watch a lot of YouTube, guys. I don't know. I watch a lot of YouTube.
What about favorite music?
Favorite music? 2023.
This is gonna be so random, but I would say my favorite music of this year was Berlioz.
Okay.
The jazz dude. Don't play the music.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally hit play. I really love the latest. No. Actually, I don't know. I have to go back to my music. I listen to everything. So I don't know. I can't really decide.
Oh, okay.
Favorite music for this year. Damn, I feel like I should have an answer. It's going to take a while. So can you look at a different question? Maybe?
Okay. Favorite episode from this season or from the podcast so far?
Are We Married?
I can't remember like our episodes.
Are We Married is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are We Married was a good one just because we were so excited to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
I'm still looking.
Saying I Love You was a good one. Yes. I liked the privacy in a relationship, grown-ups, You Can't Have It All. Honestly, I love a lot of our episodes. Not to be like
it's just a great podcast, you guys.
Okay, let's just get off our phones.
Yeah, sorry.
Things you guys miss the most about your daily life and routine in Seattle compared to New York City.
Driving. I really miss driving.
Damn, Yon. It's really your thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I would say
I used to drive, and I never told you this. But like sometimes I used to drive an extra like 2 minutes
No,
to
actually,
get
you
home.
did tell me. Oh, extra 2 minutes. Well, it's more like you would drive an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe
And you
like,
did tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Do you guys both align with the New York City hustle culture? Sorry, guys, we got a lot of New York City questions.
Yeah.
Do you both think y'all's relationship has changed ever since moving to New York?
Did it change? It made us...
I don't know. I think every year our relationship just gets stronger and stronger.
It gets stronger every year. Like, it really does.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. It's my turn. Okay, go ahead if you got one.
Do you guys have any big travel plans for next year?
Travel plans for next year?
We actually were just talking about this the other day.
Honestly,
You don't remember. This is the thing, guys. Yoni doesn't remember shit that we talk about.
What?
We talked about how we really want to go to Japan. That's like...
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
But not next year.
You don't know. That could be a nice trip to do like at the end of next year.
Maybe for my birthday. Go to Japan.
Or for anything.
Yeah, I really want to go to Japan, you guys, okay? Everybody thinks my name is a Japanese name, which I love now.
Yeah, I would love to go to Japan. That's because I've never really been...
anywhere like that's
in
different.
Asia. And for some reason, Japan, Tokyo would be really cool. I would also love to go... I would love to go to Seoul. Love to go to somewhere in Thailand just because I love Thai food. So, yeah.
Okay.
I always go for the food.
Okay. Have you ever had hard times in your relationship, and how do you overcome them?
I would say we don't necessarily have... When someone says hard times, it means like there was like a phase. There was like several days or weeks or something big happened, like hard times versus like a fight or an argument. So we don't really we haven't experienced like a hard time in our relationship. We have random back and forths where one of us gets frustrated or something like that, but we overcome it pretty quickly, I would say. Nothing ever goes past like a whole day.
Yeah, it never does.
Or like a few hours.
Yeah, and also too, it's something that I never want to do. I never want to go to bed mad at you or you being mad at me.
Yeah.
Because I will not sleep good.
Yeah, for real. And don't sacrifice that sleep.
Yeah, for real.
So how do we overcome it? Usually just handling it head on in the moment, but then also Yoni just giving me the time I need to cool off.
Yeah.
And then after I get over it a little bit and that ego just kind of dims down and relaxes, then it's all better.
Oui.
We?
Oh, we. Wow. What did I say? We. Okay. Is it your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the plans for WTJ for the next couple of years? Do you guys plan to invite other people?
I don't see us doing that, to
Seriously?
be honest.
I think that if like, I don't know why I see the trajectory of so many podcasts that once they get to a specific level to where I don't know if we're going to ever reach that, but
we are.
If you get to a specific level where you're just kind of not a household name, but you get millions and millions of people listening to your shit.
Which we will get one day.
Okay, I would love to get that. Once you get there, you kind of have this leverage to invite people that people are then into, that people then want to listen just for those guests, because that you have the reach to get someone really interesting or cool on the podcast. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that though.
Yeah, I guess then
it could be fun.
But I just don't know if people would enjoy it, because I feel like a lot of the listeners that we have enjoy just our conversations and our chemistry, that when we bring someone new, it kind of it's just like, okay, now we're going to talk about them, which is,
but at the same time,
it could be cool, but
because you never know what topic is going to arise. Because also what's cool about our podcast is the fact that we really talk about the shit as it is.
Yeah. I'm open to a guest to have like a third brain, because we'd be saying a lot of shit here.
Exactly.
And the third brain feels like it's like the comment section on YouTube. That's like the third person.
And it could be that we specifically are inviting someone for a specific topic.
Yes. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. All right. What has been the hardest thing about moving to New York?
Didn't we already answer that?
I think we did. Yeah, we did. Let's see. If your home is on fire and you could only save one item, what would it be?
My phone.
My phone is usually on me already.
Oh, okay. So then...
So I'll probably take my camera.
My laptop.
Yeah, I'll take my camera. I'll leave my laptop.
Damn.
I have an iPhone.
It has all the What's the Juice episodes on.
No. Actually, yeah, that
Yeah,
is
we should
true.
put that shit on the cloud.
I'll take my hard drive.
Nah.
Because everything that's on this computer is on the hard drive.
Not all the new shit. Anyways, I don't know. I'll just worry about my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys introverts or extroverts? How do you balance out going or staying in?
We just both agree on staying in and we stay in.
Yeah,
Next
that's
question.
true.
Most important lesson you learned in 2023?
That was the first thing you asked, bro.
Okay. Let's see. What's your favorite lens for street photography?
Go ahead.
24 millimeter. 24 millimeter.
How much do you guys spend in a day in New York City?
How much money?
Yeah.
In a day?
That's so hard to answer because, for example, today I spent, actually, no, I didn't spend $0 because I went to the grocery store. I think I spent maybe like $30.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be days like that. It could be days that I literally didn't go anywhere
It depends.
It's $0. Or it could be days where I spent like $400 because I went and I bought like a bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then I went to dinner and then I went shopping or thrifting before that, and it adds up so fast. And when people say that just breathing in New York costs you $50, I get it.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to spend money, especially because you don't drive.
And there's things everywhere.
Exactly. And there's things anywhere you go. There will be some coffee shop that you're just walking. You don't even crave it, but you're like, could be nice to just sip on something.
Yeah.
Simple.
Or
as
you
that.
might see a random stand of a guy like selling thrifted clothes like somewhere on the corner.
Those get you.
Those get me every time. Like
Yep.
I had no intention of spending money that day, and I would just walk and then spend like $100 because someone showed up with a nice jacket.
Yeah.
And you know, like I've really done a good job of not like buying random shit.
That's true.
You know, but now like when I see something that's just nice and I see that it's vintage and I can't get anywhere else, like I feel like I just have to get it because of how unique it is.
But it really depends because it has to be, sometimes some things are very unique.
Like
but
that vest I have?
You have to think about if it works with your wardrobe.
Yeah, it's like the vest.
Yeah, the vest. They love to.
I love it. I almost wore it today.
Again,
second time.
Why are you two not wearing marriage rings?
Because actually I do want to get that.
Yeah, Yoni wants the one that he's wearing right now on his ring finger is actually not.
Everybody thinks that's what it is, but it's not. I do want to get like a wedding band because I think it's just.
It looks really nice on your hand.
Well, and also not just because it looks nice on my hand, but then also just because I am married. So, but the thing
you want to let the people know.
The thing is with the rings for us.
See, I wear one on my ring finger too.
Yeah, it's just
it would be nice though. Just
why do people wear? I feel like someone's gonna comment.
We don't have wedding rings, honestly, because it wasn't I think like the way we got married, a lot of people were asking us like if we had a wedding. We did not have a wedding. We just went to the courthouse.
Which we will do a wedding one day. Like a 10-year.
Not so much a wedding. More like just a celebration for our anniversary.
And everyone is invited. We're gonna drop the location. If you still
everyone from the podcast.
That would be so crazy.
That'd be crazy. I don't know if I want to do that though.
Yeah, if we do a party and it's gonna be in New York somewhere, we're gonna rent out a big ass space and everyone is invited. That would be crazy.
You know how much food we gotta get?
I know, right?
That's the first thing I thought about. Yeah, it's bring your own food.
Yo, bring your own food if you're coming.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so I don't know. We just kind of didn't really get rings because we were like, it's just something we'll get later.
We didn't stress it too much. To us, it was the love that we had for each other, and we wanted to do it
making that shit official.
Yeah,
and it was just it was so like for us, all those other kind of added things. We just didn't really worry about it that much.
Yeah,
and then
we didn't stress on it too much.
We'll get some eventually. It would be nice, like, to go find like a really cool band for each other.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. We just didn't really take the time to do all that.
Yeah.
How to maintain closeness, but also a healthy time apart while living together. I think we do such a good job at this, but I honestly don't know how we do it.
A lot of those things are things that we don't specifically think about on purpose.
It's organic.
We just live and do it. And
we are so together, but also doing our own thing at the same time. Because for us, it doesn't have to be so like, okay, now we have to spend quality time. We just spend time together when it flows and happens to be that we organically start talking about something and then also, whatever. And then other times when you just really feel like I just want to do my own thing and we just do it without, I kind of want to have some alone time.
We don't say I kind of want to have some alone time. Like
sometimes we do that.
Yeah, but not like that. We just say, I just want to be by myself right now.
When do we say that?
Right after we're done recording the podcast. You guys, if you don't know, the behind the scenes of this is after we're done recording, me and Alia literally don't talk for like how long?
Until I don't know, until we're like ready to go to bed.
Because you need a break.
You need a break because we're just like yapping the whole like for 2 hours straight. But then also we can't wait to like tear down our whole set.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know. We kind of just flow in and out of alone time and time together.
What is the biggest mess / trouble you made as a teenager? I was a good kid.
Damn, I don't know. I'm sure that my dad has several examples. As a teenager, I mean, I moved to Toronto when I was 12, so before I was technically a teenager.
Yeah.
So I didn't really...
So nobody knows what you did.
Actually, I would say one thing. I don't know if this is bad to say on the internet, but I'll just say
it's pretty bad. Don't say it. Whisper it.
I had a fake ID.
Oh, that's not bad.
And then I got in trouble with the school.
Because you had a fake ID?
Yeah, because I got caught like using it. And then... I got in trouble and then I had to like talk to the principal, but I was at a boarding school and it was like I had a scholarship and they were, you know, if you fuck up the next year, your scholarship will be affected. So there's a lot of things like that. So that I would say that was like the biggest mess I did.
Damn.
It was like a whole drama. I remember.
Wow.
Everybody was wondering like, where's Alia? What happened to her?
Ooh, you were the bad kid.
I was the bad kid.
Yeah, I was a good kid. I didn't really get in trouble. All I cared about was just playing basketball and being a good boy. I was just so scared to like get in trouble, you know?
You were all the time?
No, like I never really got in trouble. Like I think there's a question here that asked me if I had what is that question? Oh, here. Have you ever had stress with the police?
Have you?
Never. One time I was going to school, I will say, and I told that story before.
Oh, right.
I was walking to school, and because I lived pretty close, and that was when I went to school in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. And was it in Kansas City? I think so, yeah.
And you were like late for school or something?
I was late for school, and I was just walking to school.
Because you missed the bus?
I missed the bus, and my bike wasn't working. And then I see a cop car drive this way.
Like drive by
the opposite way.
Oh.
And just a couple of days before that in class, we were talking about what happens if a cop car sees a teenager on the street during school hours.
School, yeah, right.
And then we talked about it. So it was a whole discussion in class.
So you knew.
So then this happened to me and I see the car coming this way. And I was just like, oh, damn, that's crazy. I wonder if they're going to stop and turn around. So I just walk. I paused my music. So I was ready for just, I didn't want to look back.
Right.
But I kind of turned my head a little bit just so I can see just enough of the street behind me. And I see the car do a U-turn. And I was like, this is the day. And then she pulls up right in front of me as if I was going to run away. Like not even next to me. Like she
did a little.
Yeah. Like she kind of blocked my way a little bit. It was very aggressive.
Damn.
And then she said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to school. And then she was like, what school? Then I told her the name. She was like, all right, get in. I'll drop you off. I was like, okay.
As if you're about to do something.
I know. I get in the car. She was blasting Tupac. She turned it down as soon as I got in. She turned it down. And I thought it was interesting. I was sitting in the car. You know how they have the laptop right there? I guess you've never been in a cop car. So
I have been in a cop car.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on a second.
I'm going to tell you that story. Okay. Which is funny because it also has to do with school.
So I get in the car and, she dropped me off. I was kind of close to the school already, right?
Yeah.
And she dropped me off and then I get off. I get out the car and then she watches me
go into the building.
Yeah, until I like go into the building and then she left.
Damn.
I was like, well, thanks for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, that could also just be something that they have to do.
She didn't have anything to do that day.
Yeah, clearly. Well, my cop
What
story
did you do?
is also in school. So when I was 15, I actually tore my ACL, which is like a specific tendon in your knee.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go back home to Seattle from Toronto and finish 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically started going to a regular public high school in Seattle area for the last 3 months of the year to finish off my, credits so I can go into 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go back home so I could like get surgery on my knee, and I had insurance there, and I could like get my surgery pretty quickly compared to Toronto. So anyways, so I basically had to go home, and then I never been to a normal high school. I've only been to a boarding school where like I also lived in the dorms. You just walk to the school for 5 minutes.
How was that first day?
Well, this was my first day. I didn't know how the buses worked.
What?
I knew like I took the bus from my house that was like at the end of my street, and then I took it to school. But then when we were leaving school was out. Hella buses. How the fuck do you know which one's yours? So I didn't know which one was mine. I kept walking there, then walking there, trying to see if I recognized my neighbor who also took my bus.
Do you remember that day?
Yeah, I can literally see it in my eyes right now. There was like just a row of buses. Everybody's going home.
Everybody knew what they were doing.
Everybody knew which bus was theirs. I had no idea which bus was mine, and I didn't want to get on the wrong one.
You don't have any friends?
It was my first day. I didn't know where the buses were. Like, which one was I supposed to go to? And I didn't want to be like, excuse me, which bus is this?
You should have.
Yeah, but you know me. I'm still the same. I was still the same as I am now. I don't like to ask questions. So
crazy how we're different like that.
I basically missed the bus my first day. And I was like, fuck, what do I do now? Nobody could pick me up.
Did you have a cell phone?
Yeah, I had a phone. But what was I going to do? Nobody could pick me up. Everybody was still at work at the time.
Okay.
So then I went back into the school, and I went to like, where they have the counselors and people.
What did you say?
And I was like, I basically just told them, I was like, I missed the bus because it's my first day and I didn't really know which bus I was supposed to take. They were all in a row. Back? And they're there for maybe like 10 minutes. And by the time I figured out how to get out of the school and then get to the bus, I just was like really trying to figure it out.
So by the time you got to the buses, they were almost about to leave.
Yeah. So I was just frantically walking back and forth, like how I was looking for a sign that said something, and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, man.
So then there was like, I guess a cop that was just always like in the school, just there to like in case some shit is going down, right? So he was still there. So then the lady that I was talking to at the front desk, she told the guy, the police officer, and then he was like, oh, I can give you a ride to your house, which was like 15-minute drive.
It's pretty far.
So yeah, it was pretty far. I was actually at the edge of a school district where I could have actually gone to a whole different school if my house was like on the other street.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. So anyways, he gave me a ride, and then I sat in the back, and then we just talked about just life. And apparently like his wife used to be a dancer, so we bonded over that.
Do you remember his name?
No. He was a white cop, so I remember. White with brown hair. But I remember sitting in the back, and it's like the back seat is made out of plastic. And then it has like the shape of your arms if they're in handcuffs behind you.
What?
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask. Where did you sit?
I sat in the front.
Where did you sit? Where did you sit?
I sat in the front right next to the laptop.
They let you do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
interesting. Yeah, no, I had to sit in the back. You're not allowed to sit in the front.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what he told me.
Nah, I sat right next to her. I remember her. She was a black lady, but she was nice.
Yeah.
She was super nice. But she just wanted to make sure I was going to school. So I was like, okay, thanks for the ride. Yeah, it was a good time.
All right, guys, this is where we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah, because we're at an hour and 45 minutes right now, and it is 10:15 p.m. We got to get this out tomorrow.
That is very true. Yes, so it's gonna be a long night.
Thank you guys for listening. This is crazy. We're saying goodbye on the 100th episode. Yo, I wish that there was like a party going on right now.
I think everybody got to take a shot. I think everybody got to take a shot.
This is anything though.
Yeah, take a shot of water.
Nah, it has to be something more interesting, like juice.
Yeah, okay. Take a shot of a juice or something. And if you got to the very end of this episode,
comment, I took a shot.
2024, here we go.
Nah.
Ali always wants to ruin
extra. Do something silly like
what?
I took a shot.
I took a shot.
Yeah. Because but that's the whole thing. Nobody knows. There's like, why is everyone commenting I took a shot?
Okay. Even if you didn't take a shot, just say
take a shot.
I took a shot.
Yeah. We love you guys. Truly, we appreciate you guys so much.
It's been a great season. I'm emotional.
I know. I feel emotional too.
It's been a great season.
I'm just so proud that we did this shit. And I'm so excited for this new season. And we're just going to keep going up.
And we're so grateful, honestly, for everyone that spends, because when you listen to a podcast, you spend a lot of hours listening.
Yeah.
When a Spotify Wrapped come out and I would see like 3,000 minutes spent on the What's the Juice, I feel so grateful because nobody has to listen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Out of especially in today's time, there's so much to consume out there.
True.
There's so many podcasts there's a million podcasts you can listen to.
Yeah.
And you choose to spend it with us. So we're really, honestly, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, we just truly love you guys and we feel connected with you, and we love tuning. We love that you guys tune in and want to hear what we have to say and blabber about for an hour or two. So with that said, we're gonna close it out here. And for January, even though we are technically taking a month off, we will be reposting and revisiting some of our favorite episodes and posting them for the next 4 weeks. So normally on Wednesdays when we would release our new episodes, we're going to just post some of our old favorite episodes. If any of you guys haven't listened to them, this would be a great time to give a listen to some old episodes that maybe you've missed.
Those are going to be the four or five of our favorite episodes.
Yes. And then on February 1st, season 3 will be back better than ever.
Oh, I'm so excited. There's a lot to figure out.
There's a lot of work to be done in January. It's not like we're taking a break, guys. This is just us trying to get ahead.
Yeah,
so that we don't literally record before it goes live, like right now.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what's happening with What's the Juice, we are working behind the scenes. The Instagram is still going to be active. You're still going to be posting. I want to go live on Instagram a couple of times just to see. Okay, I'll go live with you guys. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like you should post 2 of the episodes that you like, and then we'll post 2 of mine that I love.
Okay.
But then that's only gonna be on audio, not YouTube, right?
Yeah, only audio. Maybe we'll do like YouTube audio version of something, just so we're like active on there, because you know you got to keep the algorithm happy.
Yeah, that's very true.
So if you guys normally watch the videos, even though there won't be a video with it, maybe you can just play it in the background. That would be great. Okay, we love you guys truly, and hope you have a great New Year's Eve and go into the new year excited.
Enjoy that shit. Be safe. We're gonna try to avoid the big I gave Ali a warning, but she knew better.
Sorry. So wardrobe malfunctions this whole episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna just close it out here.
Why are you sitting like this?
I'm just like cross-armed.
Yeah.
We hope you have a great time. Don't go too crazy, but also enjoy yourself. And if you want to just have a chill New Year's where you go to bed before the New Year, I support it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I actually have no idea what we're going to do.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to everyone who's going to stay home for New Year's and just grab a tea with some friends,
Oh, that's a vibe. We did that like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and we might do it this year.
Yeah, actually, we have no plans. It's the day before New Year's Eve. We got no plans.
Yeah, we have no plans.
So it's still to be figured out.
But yeah, tomorrow is literally 2024. We're starting on a whole new journey.
It's not tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of this year.
Well, I'm saying when they're listening to it.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I was trying to ruin the vibe.
Sorry.
New workout, new
yeah, if you guys want to hear like what we're thinking for the new year, you can listen back to the last few episodes, right?
I guess we already talked about that. Okay, bye guys. We love you. Ali's trying to get the fuck out of here.
Because we're gonna reach 2 hours, and who's editing this.
Okay, bye guys. We love you. We miss you already, and have a good year.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in February.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking around, you guys. Okay, I know this was a little bit messed up. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
It really is sad the fact that we were ending it on this like messed up note. However, we're gonna bring back the energy, okay?
Yes.
Because we love you, we appreciate you. If you stuck around until the end of the episode, which we hope you enjoyed those few stories there, please comment below. What do we say?
Wait, do we say
take a shot? Take a shot.
I took a shot.
I took a shot? Yeah. I took a shot because it is New Year's. It's a new year for everybody.
It's the last episode.
And we hope that you have a great time this evening, however you choose to celebrate. If that means you're going to just be chilling at home, or if you're going to go wild, but responsibly.
Responsibly, yes. We're personally, I think we might stay away from big crowds. I don't
definitely.
know.
I mean, that's just, I'm never trying to stay close to big crowds.
Yeah.
So we might keep it low key. I honestly don't know. It is exactly midnight right now. Midnight on the last day
of the year.
And we don't know what our plans are. So we shall see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We thank you for sticking around. And sorry about this technical difficulty. It was not the plan. This is literally, if you listen to this episode, you know that this is our biggest fear, probably.
Yeah.
So.
But with that said, we love you. We appreciate you so much for clicking and watching, because as we said, our YouTube community is so important to us. And let us know what you guys thought about any of the questions we answered below. And even though in January we will be taking a break from posting new episodes, and season 3 is going live February 1st. The whole next month we will be revisiting old episodes that we will randomly choose that we liked. In case you haven't listened to them, it's a great time to give them a listen. And we're also going to keep you guys updated on Instagram.
Yeah, make sure you follow What's the Juice Pod. All the updates
IG.
will be right on Instagram. So,
and then also our personal our personal Instagrams.
I don't have a YouTube yet.
You guys, it's late. It's very late. And right now we're about to go downstairs because we need a breath of fresh air, because the energy in here is not right.
Fresh air and some ramen. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the bodega downstairs and get that Shin ramen. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Anytime you say that, I always think that you're saying, and go get that shit.
Well, kind of. Yeah. We're gonna go get that ramen, the red one with the black. It's like spicy, and I'm about to eat that because that's exactly what I need right now, because I'm so frustrated.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you. We love you, and we'll see you on Instagram. Honestly, this is not even. It feels like such a good vibe.
It feels like such a good vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll be on Instagram every day.
We'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Until then, c'est la vie.
Bonne nuit. C'est la vie. That's actually like the right thing to say. C'est la vie.
Right now, right?
It's like shit just happens.
Shit's life.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, bye guys.